Hello, and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world. And the world to New Zealand. I'm very confused about this swimming with the orcas situation. Apparently, due to the Marine Mammal Protection Act, you're not allowed to be within 100 metres of an orca. And then this bloke in the kayak, I don't know how clearly that's going to come out, but there's a couple of killer whales there. That's him jumping off the kayak and going for a little swim. I mean, we've got some guidance here from the Department of Conservation people. If you're in the water and you see an orca, do not approach the orca. Try and keep as much space as possible between you and the orca. That is my basic rule with most things, to be honest. If I'm in the ocean and I see something as big as a killer whale beside me, you will not see me. I was going to say for dust, but obviously you're in the water, so there's less dust. But I'd be out of there so fast. It's like the time I saw a shark. And I was out of there so fast. I don't know what's with these people who want to get close. I see a suspicious piece of seaweed floating around in the water, and I'm out of there. What's wrong with people? I don't actually know why we're not allowed to make friends with fish and mammals, but apparently it's a no-no. But seriously, I mean, I used to swim a little bit in the ocean for exercise, but it just in the back of my mind, what would I do if I saw something mysterious? And then you see your suspicious seaweed. I'm telling you, it can scare the bejesus out of you if it suddenly wraps itself around your ankle. Hey, good app. There's an online tool for improving financial literacy in children. It's in this year's New Zealand Innovation Awards. It's called Banker. It's a sort of a learning environment which teaches children about mortgages, rent, paying taxes, running an economy. Helps them understand. So that sounds good. My issue with it is that this is how they've decided to spell it. So, not only have they misspelled banker, but they haven't even put a U after the Q. So while it's teaching kids about how to balance their books, it's not really teaching them how to spell correctly. So there's an issue. They could have thought that through a bit more. Very worrying times for this tractor thing that's going on. You know, the fundraiser that's been getting an unprecedented amount of press, actually. They're trying to raise money to preserve the Antarctic hut, Hillary's Antarctic hut, if you recall. So they're driving down the country on tractors, 2012 kilometres. They've got to Cook Strait though, and now they've got to put them on the ferry, and they're worried because there's some extreme weather forecast. And if anybody, you know that if you've been on a ferry in extreme weather, that's never a pleasant experience. Yeah, there's a gale warning in place, but the tractor drivers are not fazed by this apparently, which is not that surprising given that some of the team have worked in Antarctica and are used to extreme weather conditions. I'm thinking as bad as a Cook Strait ferry crossing can get, it's probably not as bad as an Antarctic storm. I'm thinking. This actually led one of our news bulletins this morning. Finally, I'm battling political correctness a little bit here with this last story. We've got the Paralympics about to open. Yeah, it's a slow news day, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know, do you feel this way? I think I can come out and say this because I mean no disrespect to our Paralympians at all. And we interviewed the flag bearer, Holly Robinson, today on the radio. And it's even worse when we interview a Paralympian on the radio than it is when there's a television interview. And I'm just going to come out and say it because really what you're thinking the whole time is, if you don't really know much about the person you're hearing from, is which bits are missing and how did you lose them? Am I being insensitive by that? I can't help it. That's just what we're all thinking, and yet very few interviewers actually come out and ask that question. And I think, especially when you're talking to the flag bearer, it's in our minds, isn't it? And I know I probably shouldn't have brought it up, but is it just me? Am I a bad person? I am a bad person. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But surely it's not just me, is it? Which bits are missing? How did you lose them? That's what we want to know, isn't it? Anyway, you don't have to bring up the goldfish, Bruce. Hasn't been a great deal of change there, apart from the water. I've changed the water several times now and vacuumed the tank several times. I don't know what's happening. They're still in the corners wanting to get out. Anyway, yes, I've changed the filter cartridges. I don't know what to do. I'm glennzb. Thank you for having me at Periscope. I'll see you back here again tomorrow.